Hi, everybody, and welcome to Teaching Tip Tuesday, brought to you by the Center for Inclusive Teaching and Learning here at UWSP. This week, I'd like to talk to you about the difference between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset, and why you, as an educator, should be concerned about the mindset that your students possess. The fixed versus growth mindset dichotomy is reminiscent of the nature-nurture debate of the 20th century. A fixed mindset is the belief that intelligence, talents, and capabilities are innate and unchanging. This is contrasted with the growth mindset, which is the belief that these qualities are malleable and can be developed with practice and effort. There's been a lot of research on this topic. Students who believe that their intelligence and capabilities are innate are easily discouraged when they're faced with academic challenges. Their supposition is that they've hit a wall and they just give up. Students with a fixed mindset are plagued by performance anxieties and are more focused on showing off their innate intelligence than they are on the process of learning. This can decrease their participation because they perceive potential mistakes as evidence of their stupidity or their lack of ability. A fixed mindset can also exacerbate stereotype threat. Students with a fixed mindset are at risk of disidentifying with disciplines that they perceive as difficult as part of maintaining their self-esteem. This is a standard type of self-selection in which students play to their strengths by avoiding things that they believe they can never become good at. Other negative consequences associated with this disidentification include devaluing the subjects that students don't immediately excel at. This makes it a lot easier to justify academic misconduct when tough classes stand between students and the degrees that they desire. It can also lead to an overall devaluing of academic success and education in general. A growth mindset that intelligence and capabilities are malleable has a very different effect on students. First, students tend to view academic challenges as opportunities to improve, which leads to increased persistence at tasks even when those tasks are difficult. Students with a growth mindset are more invested in the process of learning, viewing mistakes as a valuable part of that process. They show greater valuation of assignments and activities as key to the learning process, and they tend to focus more both on improving and on how they can meet specific learning goals. The growth mindset is associated with improvements in GPA, reductions in stereotype threat, and increased enjoyment of academic activities. So clearly, the growth mindset is something that we would like our students to have, right? There are a lot of small things that instructors can do to help cultivate a growth mindset in their students. One of the most important is to focus on the malleability of skills and knowledge. When students tell you that they don't understand something, make sure that you qualify their statement with the word yet. They don't understand yet, because with the appropriate work, they can understand, and that should always be clear and always be in the forefront. Make sure that you normalize struggle. Remember that learning is an act of will, and it doesn't always happen neatly. If a student says that they lack understanding of something, make sure that you praise them, because it's great that they were brave enough to admit what half the class is already thinking. Students see you and they think, wow, this professor knows everything. But the students don't see the struggle that you went through to gain your knowledge. You can also share your own challenges and some of the difficulties that you had while becoming an expert. Remind students of what they already know, that practice makes perfect. No matter how bad they might be now, practice will always make them better, whether we're talking about sports or playing music or functioning in video games or learning. These are malleable skills that they can always improve upon. Present learning as a process of skill development and make sure that students understand assignments as the challenges that allow them to develop those skills, not as just busy work. It's easier for students to be excited if you're excited, so make sure that you portray challenges as fun and, if possible, use group work to help take some of the pressure off individuals so that they don't fear being seen as unintelligent. Demonstrate mistakes and allow the students to catch you making them. Then use their criticism, modeling for them how you can use that criticism to improve your performance and become better at what you're doing. Focus on progress toward goals and on praising improvement in performance. Finally, encourage metacognitive reflection on study strategies to help promote growth. Remember that cultivating a growth mindset in your students will help them improve their academic performance and help them to become lifelong learners. And that's this week's teaching tip, brought to you by the Center for Inclusive Teaching and Learning here at UWSP. Remember that at CITL we offer support for course design, learning activities, assessment, and pedagogy. Visit our website to schedule a consultation today.